Disclaimer, I'm not Chinese, so I might be pronouncing some of these names incorrectly. So, I've been watching a lot of videos on historical military figures these days, but I realized that there's not that much content on the Three Kingdoms period on YouTube. It's honestly a shame. This was the bloodiest and arguably most interesting time of Chinese history, and there's no shortage of badasses that made names for themselves. I've seen videos that go over the lives of the more famous figures like Guan Yu, Lu Bu, Liu Bei, Zhuge Liang, and Cao Cao, but I feel like there's a lot more people that deserve respect for their bravery and heroism. In this video, I want to cover Wei General Zhang Liao and his famous battle that turned him into a legend. Zhang Liao was born in Mayi County in Yanmen Commandery in the year 169. He served as a minor official in Yanmen Commandery until the inspector of Bing, Ding Yuan, had took notice of Zhang Liao's skill as a warrior. Ding Yuan had a pretty good eye for talent, as he was able to scout out both Lu Bu and Zhang Liao, who would both go on to be pretty skilled warriors. Zhang Liao more so than Lu Bu, in my opinion. Ding Yuan and other leaders were later called the Luoyang by a guy named He Jin for a big political mess that had to do with choosing who would become the next emperor. Of course, this meant that Lu Bu and Zhang Liao also came to Luoyang. He Jin was later assassinated, and a man named Dong Zhuo took over He Jin's army. Dong Zhuo was another commander called to Luoyang by He Jin, and he managed to bribe Lu Bu into killing Ding Yuan after He Jin's assassination. Dong Zhuo then absorbed Ding Yuan's army, which meant that Zhang Liao now served Dong Zhuo. After a few battles under Dong Zhuo, Lu Bu, being the unloyal guy that he is, assassinated Dong Zhuo with the help of a guy named Wang Yun. Zhang Liao then followed Lu Bu and likely participated in most of the battles that Lu Bu fought. Zhang Liao's accomplishments in this time period were undocumented, so it's not really worth going over. Cao Cao, who would later become the king of Wei, eventually defeated Lu Bu at Shapi. Zhang Liao was recruited by Cao Cao, while Lu Bu and most of his officers were all executed. Zhang Liao was then given the title of Marquis of the Imperial Domain and was given the rank of General of the Interior. Zhang Liao became a very accomplished general under Cao Cao. Here's a quick list of some of his accomplishments after Cao Cao recruited him. He was able to entice Changxi into surrender at Donghai by talking to him. He took Yin'an Prefecture. He won the battle at Yi. He persuaded many bandits from Chang Mountain and He Mountain to surrender. He defeated Yuan Tan, and he defeated Liu Yu and the bandits at Liaodong. With these accomplishments under his belt, Liao was appointed as the general who terrifies criminals and was made a full marquis. Chinese ranks and titles are really fun to say, I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, if you thought those military accomplishments sounded impressive, you're gonna like what comes next. Zhang Liao followed Cao Cao to attack Yuan Shang at Liucheng. Yuan Shang alone would have been a cakewalk for Cao Cao's forces, but Yuan Shang had the help of the Wuhuan nation, which was basically a tribe of people who lived on China's border. Most of Cao Cao's generals wanted to retreat since they had been discovered by Wuhuan scouts. However, Zhang Liao urged Cao Cao to fight. Cao Cao then sent Liao to lead a charge against the Wuhuan. Even though Liao was outnumbered, he fought bravely. Cao Cao then noticed a weak point in the enemy's formation and ordered Liao to strike there. Liao's charge completely turned the tides of battle. The Wuhuan formation shattered and many Wuhuan chieftains fled while the others were killed. After this, the Wuhuan nation was almost damaged to the point of no repair. Since most of their chieftains died in this battle, the survivors either fled to the Shanbei tribes, who surrendered to Cao Cao after seeing what they did to the Wuhuan, or they submitted to Cao Cao. Yuan Shang fled to the northeast, where he was killed by Gongsun Kang. Yeah, Zhang Liao basically destroyed a nation with this charge. No big deal. Afterwards, Cao Cao sent Liao to a garrison at Changsha to pacify Jing province, which was under the control of Liu Biao. However, Liu Biao died in 208, and his heir Liu Zong surrendered, so Zhang Liao was left to defend the territory. While Liao was chilling in Jing, Cao Cao was defeated at Chipi, which is one of the most famous battles of the period. This battle inspired a large rebellion that was incited by a bandit leader named Mei Cheng and a guy named Chen Lan. Mei Cheng allied with Sun Quan, who would later be named King of Wu, so this rebellion became a bit of a problem. Zhang Liao and some other accomplished generals were sent to put the rebellion down. Zhang Liao and company eventually pushed the rebel forces back into a mountain named Heavenly Pillar Peak. This mountain was an incredibly strong vantage point for the rebels, The only pathway leading up to it was so narrow that an army had to march in single file. Just like when they faced the Wuhuan, many of the generals suggested retreat, but we know now that Zhang Liao doesn't have the word retreat in his dictionary. Liao said, "So we speak of one-on-one combat. Those who are brave will have the advantage." He then led an assault into the mountain and destroyed the enemies that stood before him. They beheaded Mei Cheng and Chen Lan, and Zhang Liao was named General who vanquishes bandits. Up to this point, Zhang Liao's military career is nothing to scoff at. He showcased bravery and might wherever he was stationed, and he decimated the Wuhuan. However, Zhang Liao's defense of Hefei is nothing short of legendary, and it is, in my opinion, one of the greatest feats in military history. After Cao Cao returned from attacking Sun Quan, he left Zhang Liao, Yue Jin, and Li Dian in charge of Hefei with 7,000 men. Cao Cao went to go attack Zhang Lu, so these men were responsible for repelling attacks from Sun Quan, who was in control of one of the most powerful armies in China. Cao Cao wrote a letter that said, "Should Sun Quan attack, Zhang Liao and Li Dian will go forth and attack. General Yue should guard the city and the army commissioner is not to engage in fighting." The only problem with this plan was that Sun Quan had surrounded Hefei with an army of 100,000 troops. So obviously, most of the generals were hesitant about this plan since they are so heavily outnumbered. Zhang Liao then said, "Our honorable lord is out on a faraway expedition, and by the time help comes, they would certainly have defeated us. That's why he instructed us to attack them before their forces are centralized. And if we can crush their morale and calm our men's hearts, we can then take up defense. Success or failure depends on this battle. Why should you generals be doubting?" Li Dian agreed with him, and Liao recruited 800 men that dared follow him into what could only be described as a suicide mission. Early in the next morning, Zhang Liao and his 800 men charged into the enemy formation. He slaughtered scores of men, killed 2 generals, and then shouted his own name. Sun Quan, seeing this, was frightened, and retreated to higher ground. Zhang Liao shouted at Sun Quan to fight, but Sun Quan was too scared to make a move. Quan then noticed that Liao only had a few men, so Quan directed his men to surround Liao. Zhang Liao then made hand signals, as if he was going to charge left or right, but then immediately charged forward himself. He broke the formation, and many of Zhang Liao's men were able to retreat with their lives. However, some of his soldiers were still surrounded. Those men cried out, "Our general has abandoned us!" Hearing this, Zhang Liao charged back into Sun Quan's army, rescuing the remainder of his troops. This battle lasted for 6 hours. 6 hours where Zhang Liao cut in and out of an army of 100,000, decimating anyone who would dare stand before him. After this battle, the morale of Sun Quan's army was basically non-existent. His soldiers were all scared, and a lot of them fled. Sun Quan besieged Hefei for another 10 days, but they couldn't capture the city, so they retreated. Seeing this, Zhang Liao led a unit to pursue them and almost captured Sun Quan. This battle is the crown jewel on top of Zhang Liao's already fantastic military career. This display of sheer might and courage was what distinguished him from the other great warriors of the time, like Dian Wei and Lu Bu. You want to talk about the strongest warrior in China? It wasn't Guan Yu, Zhang Fei, or Yue Jin. It was Zhang Liao. Zhang Liao was a man without peer. I would say only Cao Ren can match him, and that's a maybe at best. Cao Cao recognized Zhang Liao's great strength after the Battle of Hefei and promoted him to General who conquers the East. Zhang Liao's name was now enough to scare Sun Quan's forces until he died. It was said that saying the name Zhang Liao scared children so much that they would stop crying. This is obviously just a legend, but it shows how much they truly feared him. Once Cao Pi succeeded Cao Cao in March of 220, Cao Pi treated Zhang Liao and his family with utmost respect. Liao's brother and son were made into minor marquises, his mother was gifted a carriage, Cao Pi built a special residence for Zhang Liao and his mother, and Cao Pi selected the 800 men who volunteered at Hefei to be his personal bodyguards. When Zhang Liao fell sick at 55 years old, Cao Pi dispatched his personal physician to treat Zhang Liao and even personally visited him. Once Zhang Liao's health improved a bit, he went to fight again. Hearing this, Sun Quan said, "Though Zhang Liao is still sick, nothing stops him. Be cautious." Even when Zhang Liao was old and sick, the Wu forces still believed him to be an invincible monster. In the end, Zhang Liao succumbed to his illness and died in the year 222. Cao Pi wept at his death. Remembering Zhang Liao, Cao Pi said, "During their service at Hefei, Zhang Liao and Li Dian, with only 800 men, routed 100,000 soldiers. Such accomplishments have not occurred since ancient times. Up until now, the enemy has not yet recovered their spirits. It is to be said that these two men were the claws and teeth of this country."